Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh. Could you please explain some of the ways by which the nafs, sheytan, and dunya can trap and deviate new Murids? It seems after becoming a Murid, every step and every action becomes a test, with lots of regret and lots of failing, and I feel trapped repeatedly. It's said that sheytan approached Imam Fakhruddin Razi at the time of his veiling from this world and tried to trap him with the debate of Tawheed, and only his Shaykh could come to spiritually save him. I'm very worried about this trap.
Bismillah. You are giving me the answer in your question. So how? Huh? How? What?
Following the guide.
No, not following the guide. That's so bland. I follow the guide. What does that mean? Everyone's saying following the guide. Imam Razi didn't just follow his guide. He had been following. You think he not followed his guide? Rather, he is a saint himself. He's following his guide. But what?
He asked for help.
He asked for help. Following is different. Asking for help is different. How is that different? Following, I'm following. You're doing that, I'm doing that. I may not agree, may not like, I follow. But when you ask for help, that means you understand. You are nothing, you can get nothing unless that one gives you. Your attachment is very strong. It's not just follow, no follow, unfollow, you know, like your friends on Facebook. You follow them one day you unfollow them. It's not like that. But when you ask, that means that he knows, now you are my guide, help me. Now you make your connection more spiritual, you make your connection more based on ashq, you make your connection more based on your being, your sense. Then you want to become as close as possible to your shaykh. You want to submit. You want to submit. New Murids, that they are making mistakes, don't worry so much about it. Learn. Take that opportunity to learn. Ask and learn and understand. It's not so difficult to ask and learn and to understand. When you are not new Murids, when you're old Murids, then that time you cannot even be making basic mistakes, because they said, what are you doing? They're showing you didn't even take steps in tariqah. You're making still the same basic mistake. Like it is said, in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, yes, the Shariat changes. There's greater punishment for those who are following the Prophet ﷺ when they commit a crime. Stealing, for example. It's very heavy, you know. But 100 years later, 500 years later, 1,000 years later, now, person commits the same crime. The Prophet and Allah, and the awliya Allah, they want you first to show your mercy and not to rush to punish that one. That one will not get the same punishment because there's so much distance, time between the Prophet ﷺ and so much distance between the person and the Prophet ﷺ. So, understand when you are young in tariqat, don't try just to run away or stop doing wrong things. Understand why you're doing the wrong things. What makes you to do the wrong things? When do you do the wrong things? Understand first that. Understand first yourself. Otherwise, you are just like that person who cut off the head of the snake and then two heads grow out from it. You cut off another one grows out from it. You have to go to the base, to the root of the thing. Then when you understand it, ask for help. It may take years. It may take years for that thing that you want to get rid of to be taken away from you. Why are you rushing Allah? Suddenly it's his fault? Or the Prophet's fault, or your guide's fault that you say, I'm praying and this is not taken away from me? Wrong things that we do in our lives, in reality, it takes years for us to accumulate that, for that wrong thing to become habitual, to become lazim. Then just because one day you become good and you take bayat, you start praying 5 times a day, and you pray everything is going to be taken away like that. No, it's not going to be like that too. But this is a good opportunity, a chance for you to understand yourself. Why are you doing it? When are you doing it? Ask. If anything, say to Allah, this is how weak I am and how dirty I am. Don't let me go. Hold on to me. That time when you have a shaykh and you submit to that shaykh, as much submission, as much the shaykh is going to tell you, now do this, 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 and this. Those who don't submit so much, or those who don't submit at all, they may not even say anything. They may even just smile. We don't want that. We're here for our shaykh to guide us. So, don't worry so much when you are new, and learn from those mistakes, understand the patterns that you're making, why you're making. Keep close to your shaykh. Keep close to the Jamaat as much as you can. Keep asking Allah and His Prophet ﷺ for help. But don't give up. And you do something wrong, run to do something right. You do something wrong, run to do 10 things right. It's not enough just to sit and say, oh, I'm so bad. Well, we are not Catholics. You don't need to cry. You don't need to take a stick and hit yourself and say, oh, mea culpa, my fault. No, you don't have to. Okay, you do something wrong, run to fix it. Run to clean it up. Run to do something else. That you will find your ego will not like. But it will break the hold that the ego has on you. And you'll find before long 10 things that you want to get rid of. Slowly, 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 you say, oh, I'm left with only 1 or 2. Then be happy. All the other things is gone. 1 or 2 that is sticking with you for some time doesn't matter so much. Don't rush. Of course it matters, but don't rush. It'll take some time. And now, there are other things for you to do. So continue with that. May Allah make it easy, inshallah. Understand yourself. What are those things? Why? What are the situations you open yourself up to be able to do it, even when every way is closed for you? You're still pushing through to do it. Understand when it is your fault and when is it just everything is pushed for you to commit that wrong thing. No, especially when you're following tariqat, you must move aside the mercy of Allah to be able to do wrong things like that. Then, when you understand yourself like that, it is up to you. You need to fight it. It's up to you. You fight or you don't fight. It's not going to affect the Shaykh. It's going to affect you. As Shaykh Maulana had said, they give the instructions. It is up to us to take those instructions and to put it in our lives. You take it, you win for yourself. As Shaykh Efendi says, may Allah forgive us, inshallah. Make us always to be close to our Shaykh and close to each other. Al-Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum.